I really want to publish my latest 3-part video, but I have to delay that for 3 more days because this news is the most insulting garbage that you'll ever see in your entire life. I'm sure you know about AVGN, aka Angry Video Game Nerd, aka James Rolfe. He made a video in which he states that he's not gonna see the new Ghostbusters movie. I watched it, and every single criticism that he directed is a valid one. The most valid one being the name.
The real problem I have with it is the title. Calling it Ghostbusters, but without having any connection to the original story or characters, is a shameless attempt to bank on the name to get fans to see it based on the title alone. At the same time, it takes advantage of the younger generations who might not have even seen the original. They'll see it without feeling like there's any prerequisite of having to see the other movies. And now, whenever you look up the original movie, you're always going to see Ghostbusters 1984 and Ghostbusters 2016. It's piggybacking on the name. And maybe that's not the intention, but call it Ghostbusters The Next Generation or Ghostbusters Re-Energized. Anything stupid like that would have been better. Because you know what everybody's been calling it? The female Ghostbusters. I hear that all the time, the female Ghostbusters. Does that mean we have to call the old one the male Ghostbusters? It doesn't matter, but I can't blame everybody for identifying it that way because there's no other way to identify the movies. There's no other name for it. It's just Ghostbusters.
If the movie doesn't have the Ghostbusters name on it, it wouldn't have the kind of hate or publicity that it has right now. You can check out my previous video concerning about the incompetent dimwits that are involved in making of this movie. Going back to James's video, none of this is some form of insult. He criticized the merits of the movie and how it could have been better like good critics do. He's very calm and collected, and that's really good. So what's the most appropriate response for a calm and collected criticism of an upcoming movie? Insults. Tons and tons of insults. Because this is the internet, and I hate it so much. I just cannot believe for a goddamn second that people like this exist. Just absolutely abhorrent scum of the earth jerkbags, reality deniers. I think that's a new praise to tell these people, reality deniers. People who would downright ignore facts just for the sake of name calling people in whatever kind of derogatory insults that they have in their daily calendar. We're going absolutely low here, friends. Be very freaking prepared. Breaking news. White man inflicts his opinions on why he won't see Ghostbusters remake on populace. Mass eye rolling ensues. White man, how is that freaking relevant, you goddamn... Stop saying race for God's sake. Why do you have to care about race so much? It's not just Ghostbusters. Neighbors too suggest that it's gonna be a long summer for misogynist assholes. Sad. Misogynist is a word that is officially out of my insult vocabulary now. Why? Because I don't follow the social justice calendar very well, and I don't follow social justice for that matter, and misogynist is an ineffective insult anyway. How about monkey? MRA's boycotting Ghostbusters is genius marketing. You're guaranteeing me I can sit in a theater with no geeks? Can I buy my ticket now? MRAs, just in case you don't know, means men's rights activist. I have no idea how can the name men's rights activist come into the discussion of Ghostbusters, but for the record, the only people who know what the word MRA means is feminists. I don't know about the meaning of this word until those feminists brought it up so often for no particular reason. I honestly don't understand why feminists are so against MRAs. Why are they so against them? Shouldn't you guys be joining together to make some sort of a humanist group? I mean, wouldn't that be more beneficial? Keep in mind that we were talking about Ghostbusters and the discussion has completely derailed into men's rights activists and feminism. We're in a movie that is so heavily politically influenced that we have people who will unnecessarily bring in political topics like this. I don't care. The casual misogyny of your videos is overflowing here. One more reason to get misogyny off of my dictionary. How is this video misogynistic? How is his video misogynistic? It's not even political. I don't get it. In the reboot of Ghostbusters, the team must fight ghosts of all the sad, angry dudes' childhood they murdered by making a new movie. Yeah, and from the email leaks, they're very good at murdering childhoods. Please check my last video for further reference. A destructive and reductive opinion that will have an effect on the misogynist crusade against this movie. It sure is. Constructive criticisms are now destructive and reductive. I should probably keep a checklist on what people call constructive criticisms these days. And now we get into the big articles. We have 3. One is fair, one is on the middle, and one is just inflammatory. Let's visit the last 2, shall we? He says, in all of the name preserving childhood memories, but in reality, this looks like another case of high sodium intake. Yeah, James was just off of his Quaaludes making that freaking video. Jesus Christ. This article is quite fair in a lot of things, but there are some really stupid insults, this one being the worst. Right off the bat, Rolfe shows that he's probably one of the thousands of salty fans that made the 2016 Ghostbusters trailer one of the most disliked movie trailers in YouTube history. The fact that he's basing a portion of his decision on the quality of the promotional material is troubling, simply because a trailer doesn't necessarily attest to the quality, or lack thereof, of the final project. I agree with your second statement, but one of the thousands of salty fans? He's not even salty, like you said, he's very calm and collected and... okay, who's being salty again? Next article, heroic angry nerd refuses to review the new Ghostbusters movie. Not all superheroes wear capes. No one knows better than angry video game nerd James Rolfe when he took the heroic stand of refusing to review the new Ghostbusters film for his geek culture site Cinemassacre. Rolfe recorded a video that is basically a 6-minute missive on why he refuses to see or review the new Ghostbusters. And I think we can all agree that it's the pop culture critical equivalent of when our grandpas all stormed Normandy and kicked Hitler in the dick. Dude, it's just a guy not wanting to see a movie. Don't trample into the memories of millions, you dick. Of course, you almost don't even have to play the video, as the screenshot alone is worth 1,000 words. Because if you do play the video, you'll find out that James Rolfe is a very reasonable guy who has legitimate complaints about the movie, and you're a total freaking dick. Granted, most of those words describe how this 35-year-old man looks like he's sitting on a wet diaper. Pull the brakes there for a moment. Are you gonna address his arguments, or are you gonna resort in kindergarten insults? You childish baby. You know what? You can read through the full article in the description. I couldn't be bothered to go through this mess. I have one more insulting tweet to present, and out of all the tweets that you've seen here, this is the most ballsy. I have never witnessed morality degraded into this level, and honestly, guys, I'm trying really hard to not punch the screen. I keep fixating on his wedding ring. Someone married this Manbaby. Probably a gold digger who just married him for his Star Trek V gumball dispenser. Yeah. Someone went to his wife. Because why not? Because why not? I've said it many times before that insults are gonna come in regardless of how well you do your work. I never said that you shouldn't be angry towards it. You should. But, well, what can you do, man? You have no control over these. Let's just stick to the 30-30-40 rule, alright? 30% will love you, 30% will hate you, 40% won't care. Ignore the last 2. Focus on the people you love, and don't ever betray them. It's a lesson that I learned pretty freaking well. I'm tired of the mentality of people dismissing all legitimate criticisms as geeks crying and whining for their toys being taken out. Yes, because calm and collected constructive criticisms are now cunts crying in their crappy cribs. For the love of God, get lost. All of you. Just do the world a favor and slam your head in a nearby wall. That's all for the video today. If you like this, you can go ahead and click the like button and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.